Hi there, and welcome to my Itty Bitty Chapel. My name is Patty Chaffee, and I'm the community minister at Niantic Community Church. I'm also a spiritual director and an expressive arts facilitator. The Itty Bitty Chapel is a few moments offered midweek to relax, refresh, and reflect on a spiritual word or phrase. It's usually filmed in or near a sacred space within my home called the Itty Bitty Chapel, and our candles are lit to remind us of the presence of Spirit as we gather together. Our word for reflection this week is shine. In my office at church, taped over my desk, is a message that always makes me smile. Surround yourself with people who feel like sunshine, it reads. You know those kind of people? You know the kind. They have a glow about them. They make the world a better place just by being their glorious, authentic, sunbeam selves. They are a little bit rare, but I have a few of those in my life, and I'll bet you do too. Now, if you look in a mirror, you might find one there as well. And the reason that is true is because we all have that sunshiny self within us, as well as an overcast self. A dear friend and spiritual director, Sister Frances Randall, a sister of Notre Dame for most of her life, passed away just last month. And she was one of those bright lights. Perhaps the first person in my life who really got me, like our tribe. I remember years ago, Sister Fran offered me one of her many bits of wisdom during one of our priceless conversations together. She shared with me that we all have two sides to us. It's human nature, but it's also our choice where we choose to spend our time. Where do we choose to live, in the light or in the dark? Imagine having a choice. Imagine having a choice. But being human, even the brightest stars often dip toes in the murkiness, don't they? It's easy to fall into the grayness of life. As the reality is, life ain't always easy. But we have that brilliant light within and around us as our go-to place. We too can be aware that we can choose, perhaps not what happens in life, but how we respond to what happens. And it's those light keepers in our lives who help remind us of our own sunshine. Sister Fran was one of those people, my first spiritual teacher, a humble spirit who always seemed to have just the right thing to say and the questions that prompted me to go deeper. I talk with you from this Itty Bitty Chapel, a morsel of sacred space within a bigger picture called life, but I don't live here. I spend time in the grayness and uncertainty like everyone else. There's plenty around us lately. Plenty of that grayness and uncertainty. And I also spend time in the light. But I really appreciate the people in my life who remind me of the sunshine, and who sometimes, disregarding my kicking and screaming, like Sister Fran, push and cajole and ask questions that lead me to trust that in the end, all will be right with my world. I think God puts those people in our lives, and I trust that God knows what God is doing. I love this quote by Hafiz. I wish I could show you when you are lonely or in darkness the astonishing light of your own being. Just breathe in those words a minute. I wish I could show you when you are lonely or in darkness the astonishing light of your own being. That's got to be a journal prompt. If only our world could embrace this message. Imagine if everyone truly understood the astonishing light of their own being. Imagine that. Imagine what a place this world would be. I have an idea. Let's start today, right now. What would it take, I wonder, for any of us to more deeply embrace our own shine? When you have a chance, look up a poem called Shine by M. Claire. The information will be at the end of our video. She ends her piece with, "When I appeal to God to speak to me, I'm feeling just as small and alone as you might feel, but this is when, for no particular reason at all, I begin to shine." Let your light shine, we read from Matthew 5:16. Let your light shine. My dear friend John Urbanski has a song for us inspired by that scripture that I hope will make you smile. I'll be thinking of you in this time when we wonder about our own sunshininess and our humanity, and praying that our God bless you in every way you need. And until next time, God bless you and namaste.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. I won't let anyone blow it out. This little light of mine, I won't let anyone blow it out. This little light of mine, I won't let anyone blow it out. This little light of mine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. I'm gonna spread it around the world. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, world. This little light of mine, I'm gonna spread it around the world. This little light of mine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.